Hello, everyone. Welcome to Nerdentity Crisis, episode 126. I'm your host, Ryan Bai, joined as always by Mr. Adam Lovar,
Hello, hello.
my literal brother from another mother, Justin Pickmans.
Hello!
Finally, Josh. Still have not thought of a good nickname for him yet. Huffman.
Helloski.
How's everybody doing, boys?
Not too bad. Not too
Well.
bad.
Doing well, doing well.
I have some exciting news. This Sunday at 3:30 p.m.
The
I will
Vikings
be
lose.
at
Oh, sorry.
the Minnesota Vikings wild
Yeah.
card game. Oh, I'm so excited. Although I will say we have to win because the amount of money I spent on my tickets is like 3 games worth of tickets. So, because it's playoffs, so there better be a victory. Better be a
How many-
victory this Sunday.
How many games do you think you've gone to in person before?
At US Bank or total?
I would say at US Bank.
At US Bank, I've been to 5.
And how many of those games have they won?
5.
That was a pretty good odds.
Yeah.
Probability states that.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say. So I've been to like 6 or 7 Tampa Bay Lightning at Minnesota Wild. And
Yeah.
Tampa Bay has won 0 of those games. So there's no way in hell I'm going to a Wild.
Did they
card
win this
game.
last week when
No,
you guys
they-
weren't able to go?
They like didn't get the memo that weather ruined that plan, so
You
they
know what?
assumed we were in the crowd,
Yeah,
and
that's
so
just
Tampa
it.
Bay lost.
It's
yeah,
the fact that you thought about going, that's what did it. Yeah.
yeah. I had like my jersey packed and everything, and they're like, "Fuck this guy." Like even the year that like Tampa Bay like hit the record for most games won in a season, they still lost at Minnesota when I was there. So like
Nice.
but you have the opposite effect.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
So
We'll say I'm a
them's
good
good
luck
odds.
charm. We'll say. But yeah, I'm excited. Me and my buddy from work bought our tickets this morning. Very pumped. Very excited for it. So it's hopefully a
Constance
win.
going with you?
She is not. No, she's not that diehard of a fan to spend that much money on a ticket. So, I
You're not
just
gonna
bought the
surprise
one.
her with it?
AKA, he wasn't about to buy her ticket, so sorry.
No, she did not want to go. We talked about it.
Fair.
So, but yeah, me and my buddy Tim from work, we're gonna go. We're
She
very
could have
excited.
worn that New Jersey.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So, but she'll be at work actually. So, it is.
Well,
what
one
it
of you has to pay for that expensive ticket.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I did. So there we go. I spent her money on that ticket, so that's how we're doing this. No, I'm kidding. It's
I
our
like
money.
it. I like it.
All right, everybody. This is an Identity Crisis weekly video game podcast. Check us out every Monday, 6:30 p.m. Central Time on Twitch, twitch.tv/Identity Crisis. Also, check out our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Identity Crisis, as well as any podcast feed if you'd rather not see our beautiful faces and just hear our soothing voices.
I think I still need to fix the any podcast thing.
Well, most. We'll say most.
I might need
You-
your
you-
help with the Apple one because
Alright.
I have to install iTunes to do that, and I
Oh,
refuse.
yeah.
Ew.
I know.
Yeah.
Who wants
Ew.
that on their computer?
just go to YouTube and then go to a new tab once it starts playing. It's pretty much a podcast.
Right.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, there you go.
You don't have to look at my ugly grill.
There you go.
Yeah, but if they're like listening on their car or something.
Yeah, you can do that on YouTube. That works.
Yeah,
That's
but
fine.
not every unless I think you pay for the app, you can't close the app and have it keep
It's
playing.
fact. That's
Yeah.
fact.
So what you got to do is get a 3D printer and then 3D print like a phone steering wheel holder, and then you just watch the YouTube video while
As
you're
you're
driving.
driving, you're like
Yeah.
turning your head when you turn.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
Mario Kart.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, and so that way you get to look at us, listen to us, and drive at the same time. You're like saving time overall.
Yeah.
Life
There you
hack.
go.
And you're basically
what
with us
little-
then.
Life hack.
Life, what little life you have remaining while watching YouTube while driving, it is a life hack.
By no
Uh,
means do we endorse watching YouTube while
No.
driving.
No, absolutely not. Now, I do want to remind everybody that 2 weeks from now we're launching something cool. Well, actually, technically 3 weeks from now. 2
Technically,
weeks.
well,
Two. What?
is it?
Technically, too many weeks. We're fucking ready. Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Let's go.
the 23rd we are doing our 0 session, and then the 30th, right?
hmm
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
The 23rd, we're gonna have session 0. We're gonna talk about our characters. We're gonna make some rolls on our ship. I shouldn't say our ship, y'all's ship. I'm not playing a character. And just kind of set the scene. And then on the 30th, we're gonna actually jump in and
I liked that.
jump
Thanks.
on in.
I just knew he was gonna say it. Like I just like preemptively jump right in.
Yeah, so predictable. So and actually play the game and see how y'all solve some problems and
Do we want to do an
shoot some
over under of who's gonna die first?
Ryan.
I mean, it's me.
Yeah.
that's the over and the under.
Yeah.
It's just happening regardless.
The answer is just me. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, you're doing inventory inside of this airlock, and Ryan's like, I open it.
I'm at the inventory. Shit, not
Yeah.
the door.
Too late. You said it.
Yep. Oh shit. Yeah,
So
it's gonna be.
we at least have played enough with Josh to know to like word your sentences correctly
Yeah.
for your outcome, because he'll take you very literally.
Yeah, I mean, if you say you do something, you're gonna do it. That's just how that works.
There's no reading between the lines. You tell him what's gonna happen, or else it doesn't
Right.
happen the way you want it. It's like a monkey paw. Like think about Josh as a monkey paw.
Yeah, right.
There's a game. I think it's called Kids on Bikes. It's like a 80s Stranger
Is that a
Things.
board game?
Yeah, I played the RPG version of it.
I feel like they talked
But-
about that game also on the Dark Tides podcast.
They might have. You're way past where I am at this point. So
Yeah,
'cause
I'm on the
slow.
final. I don't know if it's the final episode of season 1, but I'm on the final arc of season 1,
Oh, there you go.
like episode
But,
14 or 15.
The person I was with, I'm like, okay, you're walking up to a convenience store. That they said I kicked the door open, and I'm like, you sure? They're like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, you put your leg directly through the glass door. Like you really should have asked first. So
That's what I was thinking. It's
That-
like a grocery store. It's gonna be a glass door.
yeah. You're expecting like this 80s grocery store to have like a saloon, swinging
no.
door or something. The fuck?
That reminds me. This was like years ago, back when I really wanted to get into D&D hard.
Uh-oh.
House.
Ryan.
Oh, am I here?
Oh,
You're-
Dave's back.
You're back.
Alright.
You're back.
Hopefully that doesn't happen again. I was just saying that reminds me. A few years of D&D really hard, or I wanted to.
Mhm.
And am I cutting out again?
Slightly.
For a second.
Fuck. I just
Keep
saw the
going.
look on Justin's face.
but
But we were in Mankato at Leif's house, and I was DMing. Leif, Jeremy was there. I can't remember who else was there. But there was a part where they were gonna go into this cave, where there were a bunch of goblins, and there was like one goblin scout outside, right? So they basically tried to capture him to make him like a spy and like interrogate him as to what was going on. So like the fight started or whatever, and Jeremy's character threw a throwing knife and hit the goblin right in the chest, right? And then they finally like subdued him. And then somebody was a mage and cast a spell for like mind control to like get him to go inside, find the leader, count how many people were there or whatever, and then it was gonna come back out. They forgot to take the knife out of his chest. So
Just walked around like
yeah. Like, hey
a
guys,
zombie
what's
with
up?
a fucking knife in his chest.
Like nothing's wrong here, guys. Just I got a couple questions for you. So
You like my new digs? You know, it's all the rage these days.
yeah,
We'll probably have a moment like that.
yeah, I'm sure we will. I'm sure we will. That's what's fun about it, though. Those are good times. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
um,
I'm super excited. I'm
yeah,
actually kind of
it'll be
bummed because I was thinking next week was session 0.
not quite one more.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll kick off the episode. Let's get talking about some video games and stuff. We'll kick it off as we always do with a listener question from Jacob. Hi, Jacob.
What up, Jacob?
What up,
What are
Jacob? Yeah.
Yeah. Jacob
Yeah.
says, "What famous person that has passed away do you wish you could bring back to life for one night and have dinner with them?" I feel like we've had this question before, but we'll roll with it. I feel, maybe or something similar at least, but
Yeah, I don't remember if it was dinner specifically, but
yeah,
there was something akin to this.
that's what I thought. But tradition dictates Adam answers first. Adam, what do you got?
I had to go with like George Carlin.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Like bring
Yeah.
him back, have some drinks, tell him
You,
what's been going on, and just sit back and like listen to him just rant for like a
'cause
couple
you
hours.
think
Like
about it, shit's gotten even crazier since he
yeah,
died.
like oh, it'd be
So
great. You like here's the internet, like look up stuff, and he'd be like looking at shit and just like him just spouting off stuff while he's looking
when
it
did
up.
he
He's like,
pass away?
I have
good
no
point.
idea.
I should have looked that up, but I don't remember.
5 years ago or something like that, I want to say. George Carlin.
2008.
Oh, damn, it was a long
So
time ago.
it's been like
God,
15 years.
does not feel like it's been that long. Holy shit.
So yeah, like it'd be interesting to see his take on the
Right.
last 15 years.
Yeah, it would. It'd be fucking hilarious. That's a goddamn good choice, Adam. That was a good choice. Um, Josh, we'll go to you next.
So I was thinking about this for a little bit, and you know, like an old school, um, like famous conqueror, like Genghis Khan would be kind of cool, just to like get. But I realized I don't speak Mongolian, so that would be a really awkward dinner. Uh, so I went someone a little bit closer, uh, who I think would just be enjoyable to talk to, and get some pick their brain. Nikola Tesla,
Hmm.
um,
He'd be
because
fascinating, actually.
yeah, and I think it would be really interesting. Like for instance, I have one of those wireless charging devices, which is like what he was working on, like when he died, was wireless charging, but back when he lived. So like, I'm curious if some of his more outrageous designs might actually work. You know, because
He'd be pissed that Edison won in houses.
yeah,
He'd be
yeah,
like,
he'd
"This
be
is how
real.
you guys have you like all houses are set up like this? Fuck that." He'd be pissed.
Well, I mean, they're based off of his design, so like, you know,
a little, yeah, give and take a little bit, but
yeah. So, like, for instance, I mean, he's supposedly, and there's multiple eyewitnesses to say that it worked, but there is no design schematic found for it. That he supposedly created an earthquake machine that, when turned on, made seismic activity in the area. According to people around him, um, I want to know about that shit. That sounds dope. I mean, I don't want people to have that technology, but I want to know if it was real.
you becoming the like evil bad guy, like the doomsday machine, you're gonna make that with the
I don't
seismic
think
activity.
I don't think I'm becoming it. I think I am it,
Oh,
just
okay. You're
without the
just
Yeah.
means.
working. Yeah. That's yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. Um, like because those typically they start good, and then like one thing after another, they just like slowly become evil because of like the atrocities of the world. I just started evil, you know, not going through all the work of that.
There you go. There you go. I like it. That kind of reminds, like, I was thinking historical figure, but that reminds me, I don't even know who the comedian was, but they have a bit where they're like, here's my impression of if you had a time machine and you brought George Washington to modern times in the middle of Times Square. He's like, here's my impression. And then he just starts screaming.
Ah!
Oh, what the fuck is that? Like anybody you bring from older periods. Although Tesla would probably be like, this is dope. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sure. Yeah.
I think he would find it fascinating.
Yeah, for sure.
There's a web comic where he's like, if I went back in time, people would think I was like a wizard. And then it shows him back in time, and they're like, okay, so how are cell phones made? And he's,
Yeah.
like, we're not actually any smart. We don't know how any of this shit works.
Right. That's awesome. Justin, what is your answer?
I was just gonna chime in that Marissa and I watched Christian Bale's new movie on Netflix this weekend,
Yeah.
like Thin Blue Eyes or something. I don't know,
Hmm.
but it's set in like way long ago in New York, and it shows the Hudson Bay, and it shows where West Point is and stuff, and like it's just absolutely bonkers how populated like that area is now, covered with skyscrapers and shit. Like, I agree. I think George Washington would be flabbergasted. He'd be like, he wouldn't even believe that. Like, there's no way that somebody from that time. He might have a heart attack, to be honest.
Yeah.
You go into shock. Yeah.
Yeah.
you
If
go
you were
into
on
shock and, like,
If you were on a bridge, he would just fucking jump off of it. Like he would.
that's like sensory overload.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really don't know that he would survive that. Like, that would just be wild. It was wild for me to see the foresty area that they made New York for the movie in the Hudson Bay, and now looking at it, it's just, yeah. So this, I almost messed up, but my first answers, I've got 3, sorry.
Okay. Go ahead.
But mainly because the one that I ended up picking, like I went Egypt first when I was thinking about it, and so I thought Cleopatra. But then, to Josh's point, I don't think I'd be able to talk to her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would.
Like, I don't know what we would
Like-
do. Yeah. So then I was like, Heath Ledger would be a
Mm.
cool one, because I'd
That'd
be
be a good one.
curious, like, what was going on in his brain. I don't know. But then Marissa brought up the best answer for me ever, which is Paul Walker.
There you go.
I was
Oh,
thinking you
yeah.
were going to say.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know how I didn't think about that to begin with. But now he's chilling with Ken Block, so he's probably in a good spot now. R.I.P. to both.
Would you guys just go like drink some Coronas and drive around Eclipse and like just chat?
Yeah, that'd be
yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
That would be amazing. Or like,
Well, maybe drive the Eclipse, then the Coronas.
I was kind of thinking you're just going to kill him again if you drink and drive. Like,
Yeah,
Now-
like maybe reverse that order. But...
yeah.
we'll just stay away from any Porsches.
There you go.
I live my life a quarter mile.
Yep.
Oh shit.
Too soon, Ryan.
Yeah, I never liked Paul Walker. That's okay. So
I don't know how.
Wow.
Everything you hear about him, he's such a good dude. Like, his acting was debatably not great, but in terms of everything else that you hear about him, he
I
was
suppose he's probably a nice guy. That's
he was a
fine.
great human being.
Yeah, I don't know much about him, so he's probably a really nice guy. All right, so my answer, Jeffrey Epstein. We would sit down at the table. I'd be like, "Fuck food. I want the names. Give me the fucking names. Write them all down on a piece of paper. I
Well,
want them."
That wouldn't work because he's not actually dead.
He is too dead. He got murdered.
Or did he?
Yes, he did. He was murdered.
There's a problem with your plan though, because
What's that?
we would never find out, because then you would hang yourself later that day. You know?
Yeah.
That's a fair point. I didn't think about that. Fuck.
The Clintons would never let that slide.
Yeah, I just put myself in the crosshairs. God damn it. I didn't
It's like
think
the
about
ring. As soon as you hear it, 24 hours later, you die.
Yeah. that. Would I at least have time to get the word out? And then,
Nope.
then who would believe
Don't-
me? Also,
Don't text
Nope.
me that. I don't want to be on that list. I don't want anything to do with this. Yeah. You leave me the hell out of this. I'm gonna get like a Discord DM and I'll be like, nope. Mark it as ignore. No, thank you.
All right, I didn't think this through very well.
Be
Uh,
someone's knocking at your door.
So, I got Clinton's. If you're listening, my answer is Chris Farley. I would love to have dinner with Chris Farley.
I
That.
will say him and John Candy like came to mind, but
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
I just don't think it'd be that like insightful.
Yeah, it would
be
be
fun.
a fun night. But,
Yeah, but like, yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
Now that I'm on a hit list, here we go.
I don't know why what happened there. Did you guys hear that?
yeah, like what I said twice.
The yeah no came through again. That was weird.
You're listening to you, Ryan, already.
I'm fucked.
The
So-
fucking Clintons, man. They're onto
Yeah.
you.
I just if my brakes fail tomorrow, I want you guys to know I just had my Jeep serviced, so there's no possibility that happened.
Unless the service people were paid off.
Yeah.
By...
Oh God. All right. Let's do. Let's move on. Thank you very much for the question, Jacob.
Conspiracy theory?
Yeah. Right.
What was that
Seems like
behind you,
we're
Ryan?
gonna have to go into that, right?
Yeah. Nice try, Justin.
Your curtains just moved.
Why is there a red dot on your forehead? All right. Thank you very much for the question, Jacob. Just a reminder to everybody, you can write into the show just like Jacob did. identitycrisis@gmail.com. We would love to hear your questions. All right, let's do some video games. What are we playing now? Adam, tell me about Tarkov. Hello?
It's amazing.
Oh.
Can you not hear me? Hello?
No,
Yeah.
didn't hear
Yeah.
the first part.
Oh,
We saw your
it's
mouth move, but
amazing.
nothing came out.
And yeah, it's amazing, Brian. When are you gonna come back and join us and become one of us?
When one of you buys me a really nice computer, that's when I'm going to do it. I would, but I spent too much money on Vikings tickets, so I can't buy a nicer computer.
Priorities seem off on that choice,
No,
but that's
no.
just me. So
On.
I don't know. It's been an amazing wipe so far. I mean, all of us are playing. Even Josh was playing a little bit with us.
Wow.
Yes, it was.
Our
Damn.
buddy Jeff even like jumped in, who hasn't played that in 4 wipes. I don't know.
He's in the stream right now.
Are they? Yeah.
What up,
Yeah.
Jeff?
Our buddy was playing a little bit of Night Woods, and he was saying multiple times how beautiful the game looks. And I don't know. It's just been a great wipe. I've been having very, very, very good time with it so far.
Nice.
You
Very
just
nice.
said
And I
the
haven't
game is
played anything
insanely
else.
beautiful.
I did to answer your question. I did play. I've done about 10 raids and only died once on the last one.
Wow.
Like we've all been having really good time, really fun raids.
I think I'm
There you
level
go.
5 or 6 now, something like that. So,
Nice.
Justin hit 10 today.
Hell
I had
yeah.
a
Brian's like
great day.
16,
Where are
yeah.
you at, Adam?
22.
Nice. There you go. Hell yeah.
if you add
like
all of our
ashamed.
levels together, you get Adam.
I've had just a lot of good luck and just I don't know, been knocking it out. So
Awesome. Cool. All right, Josh, might as well tell me about Genshin.
I played some Genshin. There was a new event where you walk around and you collect balloons, and it was awful. And I haven't played since.
oh wow.
They had they had balloon events in previous patches because they do events like every 2 weeks essentially, and it's just some storyline or some mini game or something, just new content. And what you did was you just stand there with a bow user and then you just shoot all the balloons. That's it. That's the whole thing. But they made this one where you couldn't shoot them, and you actually had to run around and collect them.
Sounds
And
awful.
they also said like, oh, and you can do this multiplayer, but then when you tried to do it multiplayer, you can only do it with one other person because reasons. I don't know. I was annoyed. So yeah, did my dailies and whatever. Next patch, character I'm super interested in, Alhatheim, comes out. So going to waste all of my primo gems on hopefully Alhatheim. And pretty much it. And then
You
I
know,
played some Tarkov.
just a reminder to everybody, there's a chance I'll be playing Genshin soon. Josh and I made a little prop bet for our Metacritic score.
Specifically around what Black Flag, if I
Yes.
remember right.
Skull and Bones.
Skull and Bones. Yeah.
Same difference. Same
It,
difference,
same,
really.
same thing, just different. Yeah.
I think we said the over under at 65. I took the under, you took the over, if I remember right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
66. That's all I gotta get.
yeah,
That's all I gotta. What happens if 65 exactly?
we just tie. That's what I was told. There's no. I mean, I suppose it could happen, but I mean, I think it's gonna be in the 40s, so I'm not too worried about it. That game's gonna be fucking terrible. So yeah, I might be playing Genshin soon. We'll see. Otherwise, Josh is painting me a minifig. One of the two things are gonna happen. So
Mhm.
see how it goes.
I'm painting
All
them
right.
all in yellow. Just gonna dip it in yellow paint. That's it.
Then send it on its way.
Or like who would you have me paint?
I
Out
don't know.
of things.
Kaladin's in there. I can't remember.
So
who's in
like,
there.
what if Kaladin was Vikings colors?
No.
I'm just saying.
Please
What
stop.
if?
Oh fuck. I'm gonna regret this.
There's
I kinda
no-
hope I lose this now.
Yep. You are.
There's
All
zero
right.
blue on him.
Yeah, right. That's his whole thing. It's Bridge 4 uniforms blue. There's no blue anywhere.
Yes,
The
Jeff.
only thing painted in amazing detail is his perfectly clean forehead.
Yeah.
Uh,
No. You did. Fun fact, I discovered this the other day. So I mentioned I've been reading a whole lot lately, but I've been using Goodreads to track stuff or whatever. Words of Radiance, which is the second book in the Stormlight Archive, is the highest rated book on Goodreads of all time. Like across all genres. The highest rated book, period. I was like, God damn.
How many bots reviewed it?
Right. I'm gonna say 0, dude. It's such a fucking good book. Yeah, it's got like a 4.75 out of 5. It's the highest score ever.
I know we're tangenting from a tangent from another tangent here, but have you been following his like discussions about Audible
Oh
recently?
yeah. Yep.
Really interesting read.
Very.
I highly recommend that people look up
Th-
that.
Sanderson's so powerful now, but I don't know if he's
I mean,
Amazon powerful.
no, he's absolutely losing a fuck ton of money.
Yeah, right.
Now, I
Right.
don't think that Amazon has any shits to give. Like,
Yeah.
if he said, "Oh yeah, after these 4 books, I'm adding them on Audible again," they'd be like, "Sure, like, whatever. We're gonna
Right.
make a fuck ton of money. I don't give a shit." So I don't think that this actually like hurts Amazon specifically, but it's good that he's putting his money where his mouth is.
Yeah.
He's not saying, "Hey, Amazon is awful to new creators and they don't pay people any money, and I'm still taking their deal because I
Right.
am a multi-millionaire and I need that extra cash."
Yeah. Right.
So it's nice to see someone actually like put up or shut up.
There you go. Very true. Justin, what have you been playing, sir?
So also Tarkov, and I did hit level 10 today, and I had a amazing. I think I only did one raid today. We did woods, and I had a quest where I needed to kill 5 scavs. I don't know if it had to be in woods, but I had to kill 5 scavs without any body armor on, and I got all 5 of them in one run.
Hell yeah, dude. Nice.
And yeah, that was a fun one. And I've also been enjoying Tarkov. I still don't feel super comfortable running my PMC solo, so I pretty much just scav if I'm alone. But yeah, and then still playing New World, though not as much. I'm still kind of hoping that others will play again and get to 60, because I don't know, I'm still kind of stuck in the either pick up groups or wait for people in the company to join me, but a lot of them are like higher in the gear journey. So doing the low level stuff with me isn't like rewarding for them, and you can only do so many mutated dungeons a day. So like if people help me with mutated ones, then they can't do the 7, 8, 9, 10s that they need to do to get their gear. So I've kind of just been logging in to also do my dailies that help me up my gear score. And then, oh, they are doing a server merge, so they're merging a different server in with Lilith, which is what I'm on. So that should boost the players and add more things to do, as well as boost the bots, as there is inevitably. But I don't know. I'm really hoping they're talking about doing cross-server PvP stuff, because right now there's something called OPRs, which is the Outpost Rush raids, and those take. Hi, Marissa.
So,
Hello.
Those are like 20 on 20, and I don't know. You can sit in queue for 30 to an hour. So I'm hoping the server merge fixes that to some degree, and then also when they open up the cross server stuff. But still loving New World. Just wish had more people to play, and then still playing a little Midnight Fight Express when laying in bed.
cool. Very nice. Well, just to piggyback off that, I played a little Midnight Fight Express based off Justin's recommendation. Um, it very much reminds me of Sifu, but I think Sifu's a better game. So, uh, I played for like a half hour, and I was like, I'd rather just play Sifu. So I think I'm done with it. But I think it's a good game. Josh.
Had Sifu not existed,
Oh yeah, I would have played
what
the whole
we
thing.
okay.
Yeah,
I'm just
absolutely.
curious, like,
Yeah, it's
if
not a
it's
bad game at
only
all.
bad
Yeah.
because it's in comparison to
Yes.
Sifu, but
Yes.
okay,
It's
that
like
makes sense.
comparing Callisto Protocol to Dead Space. One is way better than the other, and that's just
Yeah.
how it is. So
Had the original not existed,
yes,
maybe I would have enjoyed Callisto Protocol more.
yes, exactly.
You called it the poor man's Sifu.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. Like Sifu's much more intuitive. Sifu's much more
Much more.
challenging, which I really like.
That was weird.
That was really weird.
Your like voice
You've
was
like boomed like all of a sudden. Yeah.
like the word from God, like
Yeah.
But anyway, so Midnight Fight Express, I played for a little bit. I'm good with it. So, I think if you've played Midnight Fight Express, you should check out Sifu, in my opinion. Or if you've played Sifu, check out Midnight Fight Express. So,
Yeah, I just like it because again, it's super quick load times. You can
Short
jump in and
levels.
out. Short levels. Yeah, it's a really
Yep.
nice Switch game,
definitely.
and
Right.
it definitely gets harder the further in
Oh
you
yeah, I'm
get.
sure.
But I don't know. It's just kind of a
Yeah.
brainless bash them up.
Right. Yes. Okay, so also We Happy Few, which I talked about last week. This game, dude, I gotta tell you, like, it is both really good and really bad at the exact same time. Like, there are parts of this game that are really good. Like some of the side quests, I like the gameplay, I like the setting. Some of the stuff in the game, like there's one part that I laughed so hard and it wasn't a funny moment. It was
It was not supposed to be fun.
it just doesn't make any sense. There's parts of this game that make no sense whatsoever. There's you guys okay?
your mic did that thing again. I don't.
It was not supposed to be fun. Like it was just like
Jeff said
It
the
was
devil just came out 666.
yeah, dude. I don't know what
It's
the hell
happening
that-
randomly where Ryan goes God voice.
Yeah, it's the word from God. Like that's the only way to describe it.
The weird thing too is like I was muted, so there's no way it was because of me.
No, it's
Yeah.
definitely Ryan. We're all hearing it.
Whatever. I guess
Anyway.
every once in a while you hear the voice of God.
Yeah.
But so you play as this character Arthur, right? And you meet this other character Sally, who you knew from your childhood at some point. It's not like really explained very well. But like there's one part, so she's like high up, she's like the scientist high up in the government, and you need to get this pass to get across this bridge to get to another part of the island so you can escape. That's essentially what it is, right? Like I said, they know each other, but it's not really explained. And at one point, they start arguing with each other over, I don't even remember what they were arguing about, but out of nowhere, your character Arthur just screams, "You fucked my dad!" and runs out of the room. I was like, what? Like, what is going on? Oh my god, I laughed so hard. It just totally out of left field. And then so I was playing further and it was weird because like these plot lines were just dropping off like they were forgotten about, and I'm like, I don't know what's happening. But I got to like hour 20 and I was like, I'm kind of ready for this game to end. And shortly after, I got the point of no return message that popped up on the screen, like finish whatever you got left. The game's about to end, you know? I was like, good. It's like perfect timing. It's not going to overstay its welcome. So I go through all that and I watch the ending cinematic and I'm waiting for the credits to roll and the screen fades to black and then the words uh act 1 complete pop up on the screen and I was like, the fuck? And then it pops back up again, and all of a sudden I'm playing as Sally, the girl I was talking about earlier. And I'm like, wait a minute. So I looked it up. This is a fucking 72-hour game. There's 3 acts to it. And I was like, no, I'm done, man. Act 1 is fine. So
Wow.
I was like, I finished Act 1. I'm done. I'm not going back to this. Like, you start from scratch. All of your skills are gone. The map is all blacked out again. Like, you have to re-explore everything. I'm not doing this. So I'm done with that game. I finished Act 1. Good enough for me. So then I started playing a game that I'm really enjoying, called It's Older, and I'm really late to the party. Justin,
What was the game that's 72 hours long?
We
Happy
Happy Few.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I'm not going back to that. But I'm playing a game. It's on Game Pass. All 3 games are on Game Pass. It's older, and I missed the boat. Have you guys ever heard of Danganronpa?
Yes.
Dude,
Both of them are amazing. The second one particularly is
there's
like,
3.
oh, I
Oh, is
haven't
that
played
the
the third
one that
one.
I was asking you about, Josh?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. About this. Okay, yeah.
So
I really am interested in this and want to check it out.
man, I knew nothing. Like I had heard it mentioned. I had heard the name a bunch of
And I've
times.
seen the bear every once in a while,
Yes,
the like
right.
white and black
Yeah.
bear. Like I've seen things from it. I'm
So
curious.
finally, I was like, all right, I'm gonna check it out.
Okay.
It's outstanding. It is outstanding. So for those who don't know, the premise is there's this school called Hope Academy, and they invite like special people to it. So like there's the ultimate baseball star, there's the ultimate pop sensation. Like all these people who have a specific skill get invited to this school, and you're one of them who has apparently no skills whatsoever. You just won like a lottery, it sounds like. I'm sure there's more to it. I haven't gotten into it yet. But so you get into the school and fucked up shit starts happening. Like you black out, you wake up, and you're trapped. Everybody's trapped in there. The only way to leave this school is if you murder one of your classmates and get away with it. It's the only way to leave. Uh, so then it just becomes this like kind of who done it type of
Yeah.
thing. Like if you've ever played Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright, kind of reminds me a little bit of that.
I've
Just
heard it's
gameplay style.
comparable to
Yes.
those. Yeah.
Um, but dude, it is so good. It is so good. And this game is not for everybody. There's very little real gameplay to it. A lot of it's just kind of point and clicky. You know what I mean?
There's a
So
lot of dialogue as well.
a lot of dialogue. Yeah.
like,
So it's
of
reading a
course,
book.
since it's a like a detective sort of thing, then you
Yes.
are chatting to people and getting
Yeah.
clues from them and shit like that.
But
It reminded me of like it felt like it should have been an Atlas game, like from
yes.
what I've seen and
Yes.
stuff. It has that Persona like feel from
It
what
does,
again
absolutely.
little I've seen because I don't want
Yes.
to spoil too much, but I've been intrigued. Sure.
Is it
But
like reading a book?
What's that?
Is it like reading a book?
A little bit, yeah. So, But I will say, I just finished chapter 3 before we started recording. So we started with 15 students. I'm down to 7 now. There's only 7 left alive, and I'm very excited to get to the end and see what happens. And I hope it pays off. But really good. It's definitely not perfect. Like there's some shit that annoys me. Um, so for example, like the second death totally threw me for a loop. I was lost until it kind of revealed itself. And they basically, when you do this investigation after somebody's been murdered, and then you go to this like courtroom trial, right, where you're trying to figure out who did it, and like throwing out clues and stuff like that and stuff
Kind
you
of
found.
werewolfy in that
Yeah, it
regard.
is absolutely, but it very much holds your hand through it, and there's a lot of exposition and dialogue and explaining. So like the second death was cool because I didn't know where it was going. I didn't know how it happened, and then I finally got to the end, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool." The third death, I figured it out almost immediately, but it still holds your hand through the whole thing. Through that whole trial process, I was like, "Fucking hey, I know what happened. Can we just get to the end? Like, we don't have to keep explaining this shit." So that part kind of sucks a little bit. But very good. And I will say, of the 3 deaths that have happened so far, very different. Like it's not like they're repeating the same stuff. Like it's all there's twists in it. There's stuff you don't expect coming. Um, super good game. I can't wait
So
to finish it.
do
The
you have to
second
murder the
one,
final?
What's that?
Do you have to murder the
I don't know.
final
I haven't
remaining?
gotten there yet. Only one person is allowed to leave alive, so it's leading to that point at some point. I'm guessing. So we'll see.
in
Josh,
my opinion, the second one does everything that the first one did great, and it improves it
does
in
it really?
like damn near every. I mean, there's still a couple of trials where I'm like, yeah, I know who it is. Like, yeah, like they're like throwing out like clues where it's like, well, maybe it is. No, it is. No, you
Yeah.
fuck off. It's it does change it a little bit. It's not like the exact same game. There are like
Okay.
other mechanics and things like that. But the second
Cool.
one is, I never played the third one. I downloaded both of them like a week before Adam you pinged me about the game. So I don't know if it came up recently somewhere, but
I've seen it on Game Pass for a while, and I've just been like wanting to download it and like do it. I just haven't. So
I saw that they I downloaded them because I've owned them on Steam for years, and so I downloaded them on the Steam Deck. But they said that they weren't. The first one says that it's not like certified Steam Deck compatible, and most of the games I've played where that's the case, it's because the font is like unbelievably tiny
Oh, interesting.
on the screen because it just like shrinks the resolution without actually like helping you. But the second one supposedly works on the Steam Deck fine. So I think I'm gonna go through and play the first one on PC again, and then play the second one on Steam Deck.
Yeah, dude. All 3 on Game Pass right now. So if you don't already own them, like Josh, they're all on Game Pass. If you have Game Pass, well worth it in my opinion. I'm probably only gonna play the first one and then take a break because we got Dead Space coming out, Forspoken's coming out this month, so we're getting to where we're getting a bunch of releases again. And then February is just fucking insane. There's so many games coming out in February, so um, I'll probably just play the first one and take a break. But I'd like to get through all 3 at some point. They're very enjoyable. And like I said, I'm really excited to see how it ends because I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like we're down to 7 people already. I got to be getting there, so we'll see. I'll keep it going. But that's it. That's all I've been playing. So that wraps up. What are we playing now? News this week. There's not a goddamn thing. Like I couldn't find anything. I even went to IGN. I couldn't find anything.
Do you
And
wanna skip to conspiracy theory quick?
I mean, I was literally just about to get there. I was explaining that there were no news, and then I was going to say, why don't we just jump to conspiracy theory? But you know what, fine, Justin, why don't you just
Oh,
take over hosting? You
actually,
wanna
hold
take
up, really quick. Instead of that, do you guys want to do conspiracy theory instead?
Yeah.
Game over.
you know what? I second that. Let's move to vote. Conspiracy theory.
You know what? Why don't we just go to conspiracy theory, Justin? How's that idea?
I
Does that sound like a good idea? Take his soundboard away. All right.
I wish you
Here's
had a
what-
fatality. Like,
Yeah.
do you have that? Do you have that queued up?
Mutilation.
Not anymore,
Mutilation.
Oh,
but
that would be perfect.
I could.
Depends on how long it takes for Marissa to get over here and do a conspiracy theory.
No, I'll have to reset all that up.
Hello.
Hello.
I was
All
like,
right, let's
one.
do this.
Okay. Which member of the royal family is believed to have been the infamous Jack the Ripper? A. Prince George. B. Duke Ferdinand. C. Prince Albert. D. Prince Jacob.
I'm going C.
No, any
was-
of them.
I was going C.
Archduke Ferdinand. Whatever
So-
letter that was.
Josh
going
is
C.
B.
I'm going A.
Prince
Prince
Albert.
George.
A, B, C, C.
Yep.
Okay. It is C. Prince Albert.
Damn
Let's
it.
see.
Yeah.
That's why we canned him.
I don't know who any of those people are, so that's fine.
Me neither, but Albert sounds like Jack the Ripper.
Wasn't
Fucking
Archduke
Albert.
Ferdinand's murder what was the catalyst for World War One?
Was it? Okay.
One of
I think
those.
it-
One of
I think
those
it is.
was.
Definitely might take your word for it. All right, that was so conspiracy theory. Time for a new draft. This week is Josh's pick. Why? Like why? What does that?
I like
what's-
I like that one. Actually, the
What does that have to
Kronos.
do with anything?
What
All
does that
right.
have to do
I
with
just
anything?
I just feel like a bad radio station right now.
No, you would have like fart,
87 in the
farts,
morning.
like fart noises and like stupid
Wah,
stuff
wah, wah,
like
wah.
that. Yeah, yeah. Wah, wah. Yeah, fuck that. No.
Join us on
Yeah,
K100.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the
Yeah.
horse. Yeah, like that.
It's Ryan and the Douches on K100 Saturday morning. Jo- Josh, it's going to be your pick this week. We'll just continue the order from last week. How is that still going?
It's literally like an 8-hour horseback ride.
Yeah, it
That's what
just
that-
loops.
That's what that.
It loops perfectly.
We're going to continue
Yeah,
the
it
order from
was.
last week. It's going to go Josh, followed by Adam, followed by Justin, followed by myself. And Adam, you will get next week's category choice. So start thinking about that now. Josh, why don't you take over?
Okay.
Your draft this week. What are you picking?
Does it have to be video game related? Did we decide
Mine
that?
Mine was cookies. You can do whatever you
Oh
want.
yeah. You're right. Fair.
Yeah,
Whatever, whatever tickles
I
your
just
fancy.
figured we all have played video games. With, like this should be an easy one.
Justin didn't seem thrilled, so we'll see how this goes.
Well,
I did come up with my list though.
Oh, there you go.
We'll see if
Nice.
anyone steals them.
Yeah.
So my list is not necessarily going to be in the order that I would choose them
Yeah.
because I'm just going to particularly cockblock a couple people here.
There you go.
So my first pick is Persona 5.
Wait, should we say what the category is?
Oh, video game soundtracks.
Yeah, there you
I
go.
how weird
Video
is that?
game soundtracks.
Yes.
how many do we
Persona
need?
5. 3.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
I got
Persona
4
5 by
just in
Shoji
case.
Meguro.
Yeah, so you just did that to be a dick?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
No. Well, I mean, I have the soundtrack.
It's amazing
Like,
soundtrack.
I
Yes, it
haven't
is.
even played the game, and I own the physical soundtrack. That is how good the soundtrack is.
That was my number one pick, so
that's
thank
fair.
you.
It now I will say Persona 4 fucking amazing as well, but out of the Persona soundtracks, Persona 5 is in my
Amazing.
opinion by far significantly better than all the other ones.
You can let
Um,
that game just idle in the background and just like the music coming out of that game, even like when you're standing in the coffee shop or something, it's just like, oh my god, so fucking good. In the menus.
God damn it. It is my third highest ranked video game soundtrack of all time.
Wow. There you go.
But I knew it would be taken, so I had to cockblock you.
There you go. That's
Good
fair.
one.
Adam, you're up next.
I'm probably gonna do this to maybe cockblock one person, but Earthbound Earthbound
There
soundtrack
you
is
go. That's a
just
good choice.
amazing. Like what they did for like the NES soundtrack and like what you can do out of that is amazing. I mean, I have it on vinyl because it's so good.
Same.
Like
Very
the
good.
soundtrack is phenomenal.
Oh my god.
Wow, really?
I think
Just
I'm
because
I'm,
you don't like it and know about it? Like,
I think I'm a mod on this Discord server. Can we just kick Justin?
yeah.
No, I
Earthbound
was.
is a fantastic soundtrack.
It's
I mean,
such a good
it,
soundtrack.
it is in my top 10 and on my list here,
Like
but
even
it was
like Cat like
I
loves the soundtrack from that game. Like it's just like cerebral and like when you're playing it, it really sets the scene for what's going on and like you can listen to parts of it and you know exactly what part of the game like was going on because it's so good.
Yeah.
there's a YouTuber I follow that does like science and true crime type videos, and I've noticed that the music that they use in the background, so they don't get DMCA'd, they use like things from old movies and things like that. But specifically, they've been using the Earthbound soundtrack as
Hilarious.
like nothing to do with video games. It's just like a
Funny.
video game song that they won't get DMCA'd for, and it's
Nice.
amazing. So
Nice. Solid. I like it. Good choice. Justin, what's your first pick?
Rocket League.
Really? I couldn't name it. No idea.
Well, it's just because it's like actual EDM music that I would listen to. Like I've actually found good songs.
I didn't even know there was music in it. Now that you say it, like
Yeah,
Yeah.
they I don't know if they've got a license agreement with one of the like electronic producing companies, but they update the music and they get good tracks. Like I don't know.
I
Interesting.
had no idea.
it is good.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like a kind of a cheating because I don't think any of the music was necessarily developed for Rocket League. But it's in Rocket League, and it's one of the very few games I don't turn the music off for that I play.
If
So
that's
this
cheating,
is-
there's a game on my list that's uber cheating. So I think you're good.
All right. So mine. I'm going to go Final Fantasy VII. My.
Oh, good.
That was my number 2.
I was like, drat.
Yeah.
Definitely out of all the Final Fantasies, the best soundtrack they've ever had. I mean the fucking boss battles, badass, all of it. Like
Even like the
everything.
chill moments, like
Yes.
right after like Aerith and like other things,
Yeah.
where it's just very just a piano doing a
Yes.
thing. Like
Yeah.
Also, it's on a spot where, like with Zelda, that like I can, like pictures you can hear.
Yes.
Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
dun,
Yeah.
dun.
Flipping the Buster Sword.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. So
Nerds.
Yep.
this is clearly
so many
Justin's
people would like
category.
understand this though.
Right.
I'm sure every
All
single person
four
listening but me.
people. Yeah, all four people who know all of these references
There you
they'll
go.
get it. They'll get it.
Back to Josh.
So this is going to be actually my number one soundtrack because of just pure hours listened, which is 2016's Doom by Mick Gordon. It is like the best industrial metal album in existence, and most of it, other than a couple of like songs in between stuff, has like no vocals whatsoever. So I just play this album on repeat in my headset while working like 3 days a week. It's that good. And so if you are a metal instrumental like fan, like it's great. Yeah, Doom Eternal, pretty good as well, but the like 2016 Doom is legitimately perfect.
Is there DMCA on that?
I don't know.
Because I could make that
Probably.
your theme music when we introduce you.
The
don't really need
yeah,
to do that.
just rip and tear. That's such a good song. But you know, since it's from a video game, I don't think that Twitch would DMCA it because you wouldn't be able to stream the video game. So,
Man's got a point.
Loophole.
I feel like we don't. I feel like we don't need intro music, Justin. This isn't the goddamn WWE. I feel like we just.
I think
introduce
that's
each
up
other.
for sale, so it
Oh
could
my
be
God.
though.
Next
We could
week,
buy it.
everyone dress up as a wrestler. Just
Yeah.
fuck with Ryan. Got like a Nacho Libre like mask on.
Rey
I'm just like, let's
Mysterio,
go.
All right, good choice, Josh. Very nice. Adam, what's your second pick?
Maybe again cockblocking some people, but gonna have to do it before it gets stolen. Ocarina of Time.
Very nice. That was my third choice. Fuck.
Such a memorable soundtrack. I mean, I think anyone that's like played it and gone through it and stuff, they're just. I mean, like the village at the beginning, you know, the like Lost Forest. There's so many, like even just being out in the open world, like the music that's going on in the background when you're out like riding the horse, like Epona, like
Yeah.
stuff out there. I don't know, amazing soundtrack.
The very first song that I learned on my banjo was Saria's song from Ocarina of Time.
Nice.
Play it for us.
No. One, that would take forever, and two, it's way out of tune because I haven't played it in like
It's just like
6 months.
I just
Called
really wanted
out.
to see you.
Oh,
I just
that was
wanted to see you
cute.
play the banjo.
Play it for us. No.
I will pretend to play it. There we go.
There.
The
Man,
banjo does exist.
There you go.
that's a good looking banjo.
As opposed to all the bad looking
Oh, it was a
banjos
little
you've
loud,
seen
too.
in your life.
I've seen a lot of shitty banjos, dude. But that's a good looking banjo right there. If I've ever seen one.
Oh, I love it.
Top notch banjo.
Oh my god. All
Looks like you
right.
got it at Guitar
Way out of
Center.
tune. I did buy it at Guitar Center.
Yeah,
See?
look at that.
Some good
Uh,
shit
You,
right
you
there.
know your banjos, turns out.
Yeah.
I didn't realize.
Fucking
Reed,
A.
what's it?
Justin, what is your second choice?
Witcher 3.
All right.
I don't know this soundtrack. I never played the game.
Sing a song for The Witcher?
Toss
What,
a
that
coin
wasn't-
to your
was
Witcher.
that was that?
Yeah.
That's not in
No.
the game.
No,
That's
That's
not
it's
the
the
not.
show.
game, is it?
No.
I was like,
Yeah.
what?
You know what? This is not Justin's category, so we're just gonna give it to him.
Yeah. Yeah, the quicker you can let me just say these and move on, the better it will be for all.
All right, Witcher 3 it is. I like how Justin goes Witcher 3, which is followed by just like couple seconds of silence. Like none of us knew what to say. And then I was like, all right, yeah.
There's actually no music in the game. It's just the
Yeah,
music
there.
is
He's like
beasts
the
being
sound
slain.
of blades killing is music to my ears. So
I mean, I wanted to use Rainbow Six Siege as just gunshots being music to my ears, but you guys weren't a big fan of it, so here we are.
That's fine.
my number 3 is Tarkov. Let's go. No, no.
There's some good metal in Tarkov.
I immediately put music to 0 when I like every wipe.
Okay, so my number 2, I can't believe this has fallen this far, but the classic video game soundtrack, I'm going Super Mario Bros. Like when you hear it, you know. Even if you're not a gamer, when you hear Super Mario Bros, you know what it is. And I feel like I don't know, everybody knows Super Mario Bros. How is that not on the list?
It's iconic.
It's iconic. Everybody knows
Doesn't
it.
mean it's great though.
That's
Well,
I can say I've never listened to it outside of the game,
yeah, no, absolutely
Um,
not.
but it's like the idea of video game music as a whole. Like
Yes.
The draft says video game soundtracks. It does not say great video game soundtracks.
that.
Or in
Yeah.
Justin's case, maybe not even video games. So
The Witcher 3 is a video game.
toss a coin to your Witcher was not in the game, Justin. I'm sorry.
That was patched in recently, Ryan. There's
Yeah.
no side quests. Like,
Don't you use mods, bro? What the fuck is
Yeah,
wrong
there
with
you go. There
Get outta here.
probably is.
Oh fuck, I love it. All right, so yeah, I'm going Super Mario Bros. It's my number 2 choice. Josh, what's number 3?
This is one I absolutely knew none of you would steal before I got it because I don't even know if y'all know this game. Katamari Damacy
Damn, I haven't heard that in
Really
forever.
good soundtrack.
has just like an amazing like jazz and I don't know, like just very funky and like weird soundtrack. Um, and it's like since that game came out in what like 2004, I constantly go back to that album and re-listen to it because even like unrelated to the game, it's just a very fun, interesting album.
Oh yeah, I never did play it, but it's a game. I mean, you've heard about over and over again, but never checked it out. Never did.
I think they ported it to PC.
Yeah.
I don't know if they ported it to Xbox as well, but it holds up. I mean, it's obviously a PS2 game, so it doesn't look amazing, but
Right.
it's still really fun to play.
Hell yeah, good choice. All right, Adam, third point pick.
My third was again kind of like Josh. I didn't think anyone was gonna steal it, but Death Stranding.
Mm.
That soundtrack is a character in itself. Like when you're like at the beginning, when you're going through and kind of trudging through at the beginning, like it is just wow, 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 so good.
I downloaded that like 2 weeks ago.
The soundtrack to Death Stranding is phenomenal.
It's so good.
I couldn't pay attention to the music over how boring that fucking game was. So,
I don't know. It was so good. It seemed
I-
very fitting for the time. Like when things get crazy, like the sound or the soundtrack kind of goes with it, and I don't know. It's super good.
Very nice. All right, Justin, what do you got?
GTA 5.
That was the game I was saying that if your game was
Radiohead, like,
cheating, mine's really cheating.
So many
Uh,
good songs.
that was-
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, it's got
I
some
like
good
it.
radio bangers.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
Didn't even think about that.
I think it's also
I
good
mean-
that there's like music for everyone in that game.
Yeah. Yeah, you can
Yeah.
pick any radio
Yeah.
station. They got name a genre. They got it.
Right. Very nice. So my last choice, this was one I knew nobody else was gonna steal, and it's like the only music that could possibly fit this game. But I'm gonna take the soundtrack from Cuphead.
That was on my list.
That
of,
was-
like
Was it
honorable mentions.
really?
That
Yeah,
was
'cause I
on my
have-
honorable
I have
mentions
the
as well.
collector's
Yep.
edition vinyl set. Like
Hell
that's
yeah.
how good the soundtrack is.
It's very
Uh,
good. And it's
yeah.
one of those where the art style in that game is so specific, no other music could have fit that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
So good. Such a good.
Cuphead
Yeah.
still a game I've never beaten, and I probably never will, because I just want to throw a controller through a wall. But maybe back, we'll see.
That makes
Super
me want to play that board game again, Josh.
Oh yeah, Townsfolk Tussle.
Yeah. Did that ever come
as-
back out on Kickstarter?
I think February is when it's supposed to come out.
Oh, really?
So yeah, so I'm still just like watching. I'd like I'm on their mailing list and their Discord and whatever. So just keeping my eye out, ready for it because I need the expansions for it.
Yeah, I want the game.
So good.
Very nice. All right, so just quick recap. Josh, what are your 3?
Mine was Persona 5, the 2016 Doom soundtrack, and Katamari Damacy.
Okay, Adam.
It's Earthbound, Ocarina of Time, and then
Death
what was my
Stranding.
last one? I already Death
Death
Stranding.
Stranding.
Yeah, I already forgot.
Justin.
Rocket League, Witcher 3, GTA 5.
And I went Final Fantasy 7, Cuphead, and Super Mario Bros. So let us know. Let us know what you think. Who had the best draft?
The honorable mention that never got mentioned, never got picked by anyone, was Kirk Stanhope's Banjo Kazooie. It's fucking amazing. and David Weiss's Donkey Kong Country for the Super
Donkey
Nintendo.
Kong Country is really good. Fuck yeah.
Like
Yeah, that was a
Donkey
good
Kong
one.
Country 2, also by the same director. So fucking good. So fucking
My
good.
backup
And
was Hotline Miami.
there you go. Honestly, I was gonna throw out. There's one Justin didn't do that I'm disappointed because I knew this wasn't gonna be his category, but I was like, oh, there's one game he has to have on there. Dave Mears BMX. I'm
Never played.
shocked you did not take
I
that
was gonna say,
one.
like the Tony Hawk games, I feel like back in the day were really
Yeah.
good. Like there was tons
Yeah.
of games back in the day. Like
Yeah.
SSX Tricky was on my
There you go.
mention. Like I loved that
Yeah.
soundtrack.
I forgot
Like,
about that game.
yeah,
Dave
that
Mirra
was on my honorable mentions.
introduced me to Sublime.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. So.
I went back and listened to Superman by Goldfinger on like the Tony Hawk Pro Skater soundtrack the other day.
Nice.
Because I'm like, I miss some ska. Like, yeah. So those types of games, like, absolutely. Like
Dave
the stream
Mirra
sports games.
came out in 2000.
Yeah,
was
we played the
12.
fuck out of that game, and I just remember listening to Sublime over and over and over and over and over again.
I was 12 years old.
Really good soundtrack. But yeah, listeners, let us know. Write us in, or maybe make a comment on our Instagram. Maybe an Instagram post. Maybe comment. See who had the best one.
YouTube comments.
YouTube comment. Yeah, let us know.
Like and subscribe. All that bullshit.
Yeah, there you go. All that bullshit. But that wraps up this week's draft.
All
Adam,
that
do you have
hootenanny.
next week? What's that?
All that hootenanny.
Yeah. Adam, do you have
Nanny.
next week's category picked out, or do you want to
No,
save it? You're
no,
gonna save it. All right.
yeah, I have no idea yet. I didn't realize that was gonna be mine, so I'll have to give it like a day or two.
There you go. Yeah, give it some thought.
I think I ended
Uh,
up last in this dealio because I pissed Ryan off with the voice soundboard things.
I'm not voting, so it doesn't matter what I think. But you would be my last vote. Yes, that's fair.
Well, no, I mean I'm going last on the draft.
Oh,
Last pick.
yeah, you're the last pick. So,
We're just saving the best for last.
yeah, that's what it is. So, all right, that wraps up the draft. Up next, Pistol Pete writes in. Hi, Pistol Pete.
Pistol
What up, Pistol Pete?
Pistol Pete says, "Hey guys,
Yeah,
don't know if any of you have played the Forspoken demo, but it's not looking good. I haven't played it, but I've watched a few videos online, and it seems pretty rough. Does Ryan see his chances of his Metacritic competition slipping away? I'm gonna level with you, Pistol Pete. I went radio silent on this game. I have seen nothing. I have not played the demo. I haven't looked up any gameplay clips. I have no idea what's going on with this game, because when I decide I want to play a game, I just stop looking into it. So I don't know what's going on, but fuck the critics, man. I don't give a fuck. I guess I don't know what videos you're watching, but if you're watching like an IGN playthrough, who gives a shit what IGN thinks? Or God forbid Kotaku, who gives a fuck what Kotaku thinks? I mean, if you're watching some Twitch streamers you really like, I guess that sucks, but for the sake of the Metacritic competition, though, I might be fucked if all the game sites hate it. So that could see, but I don't know. I literally have not looked into it. Have any of you?
Just from the videos I've seen so far, and like I honestly from the beginning, I didn't think it was gonna do super great. You know my opinion on it, so
Right.
I'm kind of with him. This does not surprise me. Like I mean, I don't understand. It's Square that's doing it, correct?
Square Enix, yeah.
But I don't know. Like they're just going so many like safe routes and such a cliche story and like everything about it. Like I feel like it's gonna be a glorified tech demo in the long run. Like they might have some really cool effects and some stuff going on, but I think on the surface, that's all it's gonna be.
See, I don't even know it. The only thing I know about the story is you play a woman who's in modern times and gets thrown into this fantasy world. That's all I know about the story.
It
Nothing
is an
else.
isekai
Sounds
anime.
cliche in itself, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
right. Lion Witch in the Wardrobe.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. So. And then finds
Um,
out she's got powers and
yeah.
like does things, and it's
Right.
like I don't know. We'll see.
Josh, have you checked out anything? Seen anything?
I've just seen the trailers, like in
Yeah.
game events and things like that. I think, like when we originally talked about it, I said it looked interesting, but that was about all. I didn't really particularly care.
Yeah.
So, when was the last good Square game?
I mean, I
Yeah.
would arguably
Final
say that
Fantasy
I
VII.
enjoyed
The
the
direct remake.
remake. Honestly, I mean,
I
it
did
had
too.
its
I
it
like the
had its
remake a lot.
moments.
I like the
It had
remake
its
a lot.
moments.
So-
I don't like that they changed some things from the first one because like we all grew up with that and like that's iconic to us, but like it was still there. You know,
Yeah.
like it was an homage to it. So
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
My only point is they aren't necessarily known for making amazing games
Right.
as of recently.
Yeah.
Other than Final Fantasy Online, whatever that is, 14, 16, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
And in the remake, can't
mean-
think of a lot of games.
I
but-
mean, honestly, they're like Ubisoft before Ubisoft was Ubisoft. You know what I mean? Like they peaked in the 90s and ever since then it's been just mediocrity. Whereas
Yeah.
Ubisoft peaked in the early 2000s and ever since then it's been just mediocrity. So we'll see. I don't know. Like I said, I've literally looked nothing up on it. I'm still going to play it. I'm still excited to play it. I hope it's going to be good and not like another death loop where it's just a complete fucking letdown, but we'll see what happens. I will say though, for a long time this was my most anticipated game until I just kept seeing that stalker footage, baby. Like I can't fucking wait for that game now. So
glad like everyone's getting excited because I would love to get like a group together and we just explore the zone together. Like that's my
Fucking-
dream that you can do in that game.
yeah, fuck yeah.
Because it was always just a single player experience where you're just going through and surviving in the zone. But if you could have like a group of people, holy shit, that game would be amazing.
Hell yeah.
Do we know
Hell
if
yeah.
this is going to have multiplayer, or
don't
we're
know.
just hoping?
it is confirmed they're going to have it, whether it's at launch or not. I mean, they have confirmed they're going to have it multiplayer.
Is it multiplayer plus crossplay?
I don't know, but
Oh,
I'll
fuck.
be curious to see like how many people are like allowed in a server or in the map because like again, if you guys have played Stalker, like you know, there's maps that you can get to extracts and like load zone into the other ones. Like I'd be curious, is it limited to what you're in? So many players like in that map, and like I'm assuming they're gonna have to be server instanced, or I don't know. I'd be curious to see how they do it essentially.
Right.
So there's a lot of situational things that could make that game make or break it essentially, because there should be spots that should just be very scarce feeling, like lore wise, and if there was like 10 players running around, it wouldn't make sense. So.
Right. Yeah, so that's Forspoken I'm still excited for, but I don't think it's going to be my game of the year anymore at this point. We'll see what happens. You never know. I think there's going to be some surprises too, like that Atomic Heart game we've seen trailers for. I think that's going to be a really good game. So I think we got some surprises coming too. And like one of Justin's picks, Wolong, that has the potential of being dope as fuck. So we'll see what happens.
Hopefully, Stalker isn't as scarce as Fallout 76 was.
Oh my god, there's no way. Nothing is as scarce as Fallout 76 was.
I think
we'll see.
I think there will definitely be some surprises, like the 95 Skull and Bones rating.
Oh my god. Oh god. Dude, if that scores above a 65, I'm gonna fucking hang myself. There's no way. There's just no way.
I
That
mean,
game's
you're
gonna
not.
be
You're just gonna play some
garbage.
Genshin and suck it up. So it's
Yeah,
fine.
right? Yeah. Sorry. I'll
I
play
feel
some
like my
Genshin.
punishment isn't even that much of a punishment.
Yeah,
you know?
really. It's
Right.
like-
You have to play a game.
You have to play a
So-
game I actively enjoy.
Yeah.
That's
Now
really not
the-
too bad. It's fun.
Now the Clintons are gonna make this score happen, and then Ryan's gonna hang himself.
I
You heard
love
it here.
Very nice. All right, thank you very much for the question, Pistol Pete. We appreciate it. All right, let's do a quick pick of the week, and then we will get out of here. Josh, why don't you kick us off?
I do this every single time because Adam and I have the same exact pick. I
Yeah,
think.
we have the same one.
Uh,
We're
so
combined.
Games Done Quick is this week.
Ooh, there you go.
So, raising money for the Prevent Cancer Foundation. It is a week-long live stream of speed runs, and
They're doing Fallout 3 right now as we speak, Josh.
right now
Okay.
it's
Which I'm
all
sure-
quest.
He's
And-
probably pissed that he can't be watching that.
Oh yeah, no, I'm actively watching
It's
it on
two.
my
It's 2
monitor.
minutes in, so like he's
Yeah.
like, "Come on, let's go, guys!" Like,
Wait, a speed run with every quest?
All quests in
Yeah,
Fallout 3
all quests.
estimate is 1 hour 30 minutes.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm really curious to watch this.
Yeah, this is why I'm
fuck?
talking fast right now. I want to watch
Yeah.
this shit. But
Yes.
yeah, game's done quick. Great speed running, great cause. Highly
They're up
recommend.
to like 300K already. They started Sunday. Like they always get over like 2 mil. Like, fuck yeah, good cause.
That's awesome.
Mountain
Hell yeah.
goats.
Very cool.
Mountain goats.
Oh, my shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's from their most recent album.
Very nice.
Whose
There.
most recent album?
Oh,
The Mountain
doing some
Goats.
clips.
Oh, I
Mountain
didn't
Goats
out
is
of
the
there.
band.
got it.
He's
I
the
just saw it
latest
on your
thing.
shirt and blurted out
So,
something random.
Justin
John Darnell and what's the other guy's name?
Justin-
Um,
Justin just had a squirrel moment.
Butterfly.
Justin just saw some words and decided, I'm going to say that out loud.
my second
Alright.
pick of the week now is the Mountain Goats.
There you go. Justin, what's your pick of the week?
So, The Witcher, Blood and Sand, I thought was awesome. I think if you like Witcher stuff, you should watch it. But my actual pick of the week was Woman of the Dead. Marissa and I binged that this weekend. It's a German show, but this woman is like a morgue worker, undertaker, and she can kind of talk to the dead. And so you kind of think that the show's going to be, lighthearted or funny. And then within like the first 5 minutes, it is not lighthearted or funny. And then it's sort of a murder mystery thing of, yeah, I don't want to say too much, but I thought it was really good.
Okay.
It's one of those where you can't say too much because you don't want to give it away, but it's in like a, you've seen it?
No, I just mean
Oh.
like I know what you mean about these types of shows.
Yeah, it's another dubbed or subtitle, so take that as you will. I will say one of the things that I'm starting to notice from us watching more shows from Europe is it's almost like they use either the same voice actors or something, because like I feel like I'm starting to recognize the same voices in some of these shows, which is odd.
I wouldn't doubt it, like
They
especially if they're
probably do.
all Netflix like
Yeah,
translations. It probably is the same voice actors.
yeah.
Yeah.
But we turned it off at one point because Marissa wanted to hear what the actual women sounded like that were arguing. She's like, "Ooh, this is way more intense." It's like,
I
oh,
mean, I'm sure it's like,
German.
right. Everything's intense in German.
yeah. They could be telling each other they love you, and it sounds like
It's
a
like, "Hey, leave it, Dick."
Ramstein.
And you're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, okay, say I love you."
It's like anime too, though. Like if you watch enough dubbed anime, you're like, oh, the guy who does the voice of Zoro in One Piece is Piccolo from Dragon Ball Z. All right, then that's cool. So I mean, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's the same with dubbing too. It's just the same actor in a bunch of different shows.
And it
But-
seems like they want somebody with like a German American,
Accent.
yeah,
Yeah.
so like
Yeah.
I don't know, depending on
Right.
what they're going for, but yeah, it's I think it's 6 or 8 episodes and they're like 40 minutes each, but it was fairly full of twists, so if you like that kind of stuff, it's Woman of the Dead, we're checking out.
Very nice. No spoilers. Did you finish Kaleidoscope?
Yes.
Okay, we haven't. Worth it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think that Marissa didn't even necessarily want to watch it, and then it kind of got to the point where she's like, well, now I have to know.
Yeah.
But I will say to anyone that is going to watch Kaleidoscope, I would not I would save Pink for after White. I would
Yeah,
not
that-
watch White last, like your last
Yeah.
recommendation.
Even though they say to do white
Yeah.
last.
White is supposed to be last.
They don't. Ryan said that. I don't. Anywhere else that I've looked does not say to do white last.
Really?
Oh.
No,
Everywhere I've looked says white last.
no. Well, maybe do white and then pink.
Yeah. We
But
did
like,
not do pink. We've watched pink as well. I agree with you.
yeah, it. I mean, it's we watch pink second, and you know how it ends, so it's just kind of a. I don't know. You know how
I
it
mean,
ends, so it.
not the final end, right? Or is that
Mm,
literally like it?
I
We're
mean,
moving into
that's.
spoiler territory.
Yeah, I know, but I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I won't say anymore, but yeah.
oh damn. All right. All right, well watch Pink last apparently. Fuck. All right. So my pick of the week, I'm still going to watch it. I don't give a fuck. But Pink was
It's
the
worth
third episode.
watching. It was
Yeah, it's really
fun. The rest of it was fun.
good.
Whichever episode says it's like 6 months after or
Yeah.
something after the heist. If you get to that, go back, pick a different
Yeah.
episode.
There you go.
Do that one at the end. Got it.
I would.
So my pick of the week is a book. Going down more Joanne Abercrombie. So I did not realize I finished A Little Hatred, which is the start of the Age of Madness trilogy. I did not realize that all of his trilogies were a continuation of previous trilogies. So I'm a little upset about that. So it's like how Lord of the Rings follows The Hobbit. Like they're each a trilogy, but they follow each other. I did not realize that. So I found out what the beginning was, so I'm going back. So I read very first book, The Blade itself. And I'm like, oh, there's a bunch of characters from the Little Hatred book that are in this book. Interesting. So now that I know that, I'm looking forward to getting through it again. But Joe Abercrombie's really good, dude. Really good author. He's probably the most brutal, maybe other than Stephen King, most brutal author I've ever read. Like just in terms of his storytelling, like he doesn't hold shit back, dude. Um, at one point, a little kid is cleaning a chimney and gets stuck, and the fire turns on, and he just bakes alive. Like it's fucked up, dude. He's got some fucked up shit in
Have
his
you
books.
read Grimm's fairy tales lately, Ryan? Like,
No.
I don't know. That shit's been done before.
I need
But
to buy you like Blood Meridian or The Road by Cormac McCarthy. Because if Stephen King is a brutal
That ain't
author,
shit.
then oh
But
boy,
just-
that is child's play.
just
That
the
kind
way
of
like
sucks because I just sold The Road to Half Price Books not that long ago. I could have
I
given it
sure
to
I
you.
own a copy still.
but just like the way they describe they got the kid out of the chimney and then they describe like in detail the way his skin falls off, like it's fucking crazy, dude. So but anyways, I really love Joe Abercrombie. I like is the genre is technically called dark fantasy, which I've never really read before, but it's interesting in like the fantasy side of it is very small. Like
Mm.
there is magic, but barely. Like it's so subtle that you almost forget that it's even a fantasy novel. You know what I mean? So, and I really like that. It's just a different take than what I've read
Yeah.
before. Everything else I've read has been like high fantasy, epic fantasy. So, I do like that. But anyways, the Blade itself, Joe Abercrombie, check it out. Really good. So, all right. That wraps up episode 126 of Nerd Identity Crisis. We will be back next Monday, me celebrating a Vikings victory, so I'll be in a really good mood next week. So, God, we're gonna lose. So, looking forward to that. Thank you everybody for tuning in. We very much appreciate it. Have a great night, everybody. Bye, Twitch. Bye.
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 Are we clear? Do I have to kind of stop doing this?
Nope, you gotta keep waving. Keep
The
waving.
Power Ranger motions.
Wave forever.
Justin, you're muted.
The only thing Justin did successfully is mute himself.